what it's like to sign to an artist, maybe even sign to an artist that you grew up listening to. Yeah, CMG, Yo Gotti. What is like how is that experience? Like what do people not know about that, right? Cuz as fans, we see it all the time. We see our favorite artists sign younger artists and then of course we try to get into those artists' music. But how is it as that artist who signs to them?
Just for my situation, it's dope because, you know, I grew up listening to, the person who I'm signed to. I grew up, he came to my high school, you know what I'm saying, when I was in 10th grade, sophomore. So it's just like a full circle moment. But I feel like on the back end, it's just you gotta have a lot of patience, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whether it's going good or whether it ain't, you still gotta have patience.
Can you guys speak in general of like what it's like to sign to an artist, maybe even sign to an artist that you grew up listening to? Yeah, CMG, Yo Gotti. What is like how is that experience? Like what do people not know about that, right? Because as fans, we see it all the time. We see our favorite artists sign younger artists, and then of course we try to get into those artists' music. But how is it as that artist who signs to them?
I answer that. I feel like it's for one, it depends on the situation. You know what I'm saying? But just for my situation, it's dope because, I grew up listening to, the person who I'm signed to. I grew up, he came to my high school, you know what I'm saying, when I was in 10th grade, sophomore. So it's just like a full circle moment. But I feel like on the back end, it's just you gotta have a lot of patience, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whether it's going good or whether it ain't, you still gotta have patience, But I feel like it ain't all bad.
Yeah.
It's what you make it.
It's what you
know
make
what I'm
it.
saying? It's what you make it.
Because you still got to put the work in at the end of the day.
Yeah. But where it get fucked up at is though when you put the work in and you don't see no results.
Yeah.
You still gotta keep going.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You still gotta keep going.
It's just you gotta manage expectations. You know what I mean? Because you don't know how thick that wall is that you gotta get through.
Yeah.
And you don't know. You can kind of visualize what's on the other side, but you don't know how thick that wall is that you got bust through. Yeah. And some people, they have this thing where they've been digging and digging, and they don't know how close that other side is, and they just give up because they think that wall is just forever.
Yeah.
No, that's facts. That's facts. Now we're gonna get into. I got this guy commenting and want to talk about DV. We're gonna get into these trending topics. Well, another question I have for you is, I can only phrase it how I phrase it. I've listened to a lot of your music, right? And it seems like you got a couple of lanes that you like to be in. But as a fan, this single fan here, okay. I really love the sidewalks, that type of the cold cuts, that sound
melodic
from 10,
pain, like real.
So where is that in all the new music you got dropping? Are you like cognizant of that, of like which 10 people want to hear? Like which do you think about that?
Let me break it down like this, right? Listen, I'm human, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I got so much shit on my head, bro, like that, good, bad, that niggas just been going through for years. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, once I get in the headspace to like verbalize that, that's Billboard. That's better than anything you done heard, because for one, I already know how to creatively put it in words. It's just like, you ever been so clogged up to where you can't like put the shit on paper yet or verbalize it yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like once I get to that point, which is, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? It got to come out of me. Like I feel like all the good songs I got. Well, I ain't gonna say all the good songs I got. But all the shit I be making for real, where I get in that mode to where you talking about, like the sidewalks and the loser sons and all that. That ain't even me speaking. That comes straight from God. Like, it's just like literally, I'm not thinking about what I'm saying. It's it's coming out. You
Yeah.
know, and every time I get in that mode, I call it flow state. Every time I get in there, beautiful things happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's natural.
Yeah.
Not
You
to
know?
what you were saying though. Like I think that you have an authentically pained voice. You feel that when you're flowing, and that's to me that draws you in. It just feels authentic. Like when you got a little rasp going, and it just feels that like you've lived these things, you've endured these struggles, and you're delivering that with your voice.
Wow, for sure.
And that's what's from the earliest stuff I heard was the most compelling aspect of you as a performer for me.
And I be dabbling between like, cause I be trying to ask the fans, and you know what they want, cause like I can do it all. You know what I'm saying? So I got the turn up side, I got the side you talking about, the pain melodic, what I call it. So I'm glad you told me that, bro, cause that's really the side that you said is the side that's easier for me and what I lean towards more. But like, you know how labels be, we need like a hit, we need I feel like I be trying to go out of the box a little bit to try to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, shit, you got hit songs. There's what you just like. G Herbo, when legit,
Yeah,
he
G,
talking straight what's going on.
Yeah,
And it's a hit song, bro. So
that's not a club record at all, but that's what you hearing right now in the club.
because you can feel it, bro. You feel what he's saying.
Yeah. You got something on that?
Yeah. I mean, I just with Went Legit, that was a record. Shout out to my guy Mick. He manages Herbo. I work with him to help bring that out and make sure his touring is where it needs to be. But with Herb, that record caught me off right off the bat when I listened to it in my truck, and it was just like it hits you right there because he doesn't pull no punches, he doesn't bullshit, and he says exactly what really most people want to say in general. And that record just was so truthful that it didn't really matter that it didn't have like a bridge or hook or what a proper song is supposed to feel like and look like. And it didn't matter. If it connects, it creates emotion, then you got a hit song, in my opinion.
Facts.
And that's pretty much what he gave him. And it's funny, I was having a conversation with Mick and Herb, and just about the idea of that record. I'm like, listen, these fans are picking this record for you. Like, you almost have no choice in the matter. You just got to see why that's happening and what you can do strategically to like really like
Lean into it.
embrace it, and just push it. And then, no, it doesn't have certain elements that a hit song would have, but it doesn't matter. Every day is different, and this is his time to really like put his message out there. And they really turned it up a notch, and I could see the impact of that record like really grow like fivefold over like a 60-day period. That was amazing to see. And he's having a great moment now, and that's going to continue to push for him. He's just so in the pocket right now.
Yeah, and it's funny because hearing both of y'all talk, I'm over here thinking like because Rod Wave, that's his lane, but he a lot of his biggest songs is like within the fan base and regional, so to speak. He charts, but like this G Herbo song is different. It's like it's in a different space than any of Rod's songs, but it's in the same same element, same thing that we're talking about. So that's why I mentioned it.
I see what you're saying.
And I think the aggressiveness of the record really spoke. Because he came in tough.
He did. Right off the dribble.
Yeah, and he the great thing about it is when you have a career like that, and there's a few more examples I can point out, but when you have a career that is being built brick by brick, and you're gonna have your small W's, your bigger W's, but when a hit song comes, it just kind of puts the cherry on top of all the hard work you've done. And the greatest thing about it is that you built it the right way. That will be your floor now, not even your ceiling. That's going to be your floor, and it's only up from there, and you can build it out properly and just really like, really start to talk about what your legacy is going to be as an artist, because, you've already established that foundation. And it's like the worst thing to do, like in my opinion, like you got this hit song, which is rare air just to have it. So congrats to anybody who gets a hit record. But like if you didn't build it up the right way and you just have a hit record, then expectations usually are out of control.
Yeah, we've seen that a ton.
And that can delay music. That can delay so much because, you know, you just went in there and you put up 350. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you didn't work your way up to it.
Yeah.
So that's how we get the one hit wonder situations.
Now do it again.
That's
and
the
you're like,
missing ball brother right there.
Yeah,
For real.
Jello. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
definitely what
yeah.
Jello experiencing. All right.
Long may he suffer.
Oh my gosh. You are still on the bitch podcast with Bubba and Pink. Again, we have phenomenal artists here, 10%, along with his manager here.